Here we go, guys, into the next video where we are seeing the next part of the Power BI course. And in our next part, right now, as you can see to the right hand data pane side, we have imported the three tables, right? So let's try and get some more table, right? You can always try and get table from get data menu, right? We have our CSV files. Now you know about it, right? I think we are done with the calendar lookup, customer lookup, yes, product category, product lookup, subcategory, right? Then we are about to get a territory. Okay, we'll get territory data. Let's try to transform it. Are there any changes needed to run? It's taking time. Transform data. No need to transform in this because it's very simple data. The territory, continent, in territory table, continent, region, this kind of data is given. Region, country, continent, and the respective territory key. Okay, we'll rename this one. I think it's good table. No need to do more transformations. Okay, let's try and get the other data. What was that? It is returns data. Let's try and get it in this table. Now you don't see a transform option because we are into the Power Query only. In automatic step has been applied, promoted as a header and changed the data types. It has only four columns in it. It shows some date, territory key. It will be connected to a territory data table. Again, product and the some. Okay, it will be connected to a product category, territory, and one is okay. Let's see and get some sales data also. So in sales data, we have remained with these three tables: 20, 21, and 22 sales data, right? Okay, get these tables. Click OK. We rename the first returns data table to returns data, and then sales data 2020. Okay, in sales data, what do we have? We have on which date the order is placed, right? Of a certain product, right? Obviously, stock date, the date on which the product is made available into the stock or data warehouse. Okay, then the order number for the placed in which territory. Okay, order line item, like how many items or orders were requested and how many orders were placed, right? Okay, and the remaining 2021 and 2022 data is same only, just it is for different years. Okay, let's get the 2021 data and then 2022. It is taking time. Okay, it depends on your data system, lot of things. Okay, so it's loading cause it has small amount of data, and it may be just because of the system, but it has very small amount of data. You can say it about 1 GB, 1 MB, sorry, right? Okay, here we go. We have imported all the required data for our Power BI's learning purpose, and almost we have actually we have all of it, and now we will going to see how the different steps we can apply, right? Okay, about this in sales data we have quantities only, right? So no need to do further right? Again, right, we have the same data only. And in our next step, we'll just load it and close it to the close and apply to the front end. Okay, in our front end table, now we can, in model we can see a lot of tables, but since we have our setting that we did not allow this Power BI to make relationship between them automatically, right? We have unchecked that option. So in model view, you will see that the different tables are imported in this model view, and they are separated, not connected to each other, right? You can clearly see it. There is no relation between them. How you find the relation? Basically, it will show or show the we can say there is a one thread basically, right? Thread will be shown in this, in between these tables, so that we'll understand the tables are related. But in this case, as of now, they are not related to, right, related to each other. Let's see all of them together. It doesn't matter wherever you place it, it is just required that you should make connection between them correctly, right? So there is one table also 20 is missing, 20 territory is also missing. Let's get 22, right? So but this is not the appropriate way. We have left with some steps, so we will see that. And what we are going to do next, that we can see the table 20 sales data 20, sales data 2021, sales data 2022. These tables are exactly same in schemas, just the data in it is different, right? So why should not we make the data in a one table only, right? Because the ultimately we are going to connect these tables to between each other, right? So let's go to the transform tab, and what I want to do, I just want the sales data for 2021, 22, or in this case for 2021 and 22, we just want all of it in a single table. So how we can do this? Let's see. Suppose in this table there are, suppose 20, in 20 table there are 10 records, in 21 there are 20 records, and in 2022 there are 30 records. So it will, when I append them together, then the final table should have 30 plus 20, 50 plus 10, 60. So the final table should have 60 records, right? So this is the concept behind appending the data. But there is one more condition, that all the three different tables which you want to append, that should have the exact matching schema, right? So right, what schema does mean, schema means that the order date, stock date, order number, product key, customer key, territory key, order item, line item, and order quantity. These tables, this column should match with the another tables also, right? So in this case it exactly matches, right? In 22 also the exact match is found in between three tables, so we can append them. That is one most important condition. So where is the option, or how can you append these three tables together, right? So you want to append them, so you can go to the here we go in transform tab. No, I think it's on home tab only. You can go and first lookup table replace, I think it's hidden here, right? In home tab you can go to the rightmost. It depends on your UI, right? The screen size of your device. So it was hidden right to the right side. So there are combine option, there is combine option given inside the home tab of the Power Query. In the combine option you will get option to just append the queries. Right now you know the queries, what are the queries? So these are the different queries, right? So it means the option is given here to append the different queries, and the condition is to append them is their column name and column types, data types should match exactly, right? So in our case they are matching exactly, so there is no need to worry. We have found that the all three tables are exactly matched with the schema, right? So append means we are increasing the data vertically. And what does merge queries means? So it will definitely increase the data horizontally, right? So we will see that later on. In this at this time we are seeing to the, we are looking at the power, sorry, append queries only. Okay, so there are two options given, append queries and append query as new, right? So when you click on the 2020 table and when you click on the append query, then 2021 and 2022 will be inserted in the 2020 table, right? So there will be no new query created, right, with the append query option. The rest queries, remaining queries will be inserted into the selected one. But in case when you select append query as new, so there will be a new query created, right? And in that query you will find the these three tables data. So in append query as new, you will find we have no, not two tables, we have three or more tables definitely. So since we have selected 2021 initially, so it is appended first, right? After that we want to append 2021, add it to this append. We will select 2022 and add it to the this append, right? Just click on the OK button. Now you see the new query has been created, which is append one. You can always rename this, right? We just keep it as a sales data. Enter. Now this append query, this query has, how can you confirm that all the three data is imported in it? Actually it is been imported or appended to this query, but let's check, right? So definitely this 2020 data has dates of 2020 only. 2022 has dates of 2022 only, right? But the sales data has the data from 2020 table and from 2022 also. So how can you check it? Just go here, you can just simply type 01 any date, right? If it, there are no 2022 data, okay, there is, we have to load this, right? More, here you go. If you go and just click on this option, you will see there's one record present, there are records present on this data. So it means this sales data query has that all the data in it. Okay, so just remove that filter, clear that filter. Okay, this is the way you can append the query, right? When you see that option inside the files, it 21 and 22 were about 1 MB and 300 KB, 1.3 MB basically. So three queries together were became, let's say this was a 2.1.3 1.3 2.6 MB, and this was around 400 KB, right? So all three queries were of size of 3 MB together, right? But what did happen here? We have just all the data of 3 years imported into this query. It means this data is also residing in the Power Query. It's about 3 MB size is residing to this Power Query, and again another 3 MB of size, 3 MB size created for the sales data. So it becomes 6 MB, right? But we have imported all in a one. So right now we just want these three tables or queries. Right click on this, you will get option how to remove this one, right? I want in this case only 3 MB of data, right? Why? Because I have imported that, I have appended that previous queries into another query. It is like copy only based on some conditions. And so why should I keep the original data, or why should I keep the extra 3 MB of data? I'll just drop it, right? So there's an option, you can always right click and delete, right? When you delete, just see what happens. Oh, what happened? The query sales data 2020 cannot be deleted because it's being referenced by another query called sales data. Oh, it means the data inside sales data is came from this query and this query, right? So these are the references and it has been referred by this table query. So you definitely cannot delete this. If you want to delete this one, you just have to delete the sales data first, then you're gonna delete 20, 21 and 22 queries. Okay, so in this case, so it makes sense that if you have a small size of data, then you can do stuff like this, right? But imagine if you have a lot or a bigger size of data, and Power BI has its a limitation to get data up to a certain size, right? So why should you create the extra unnecessary data? So in this cases, if you want to do append and you want all the sales data of all the years inside a single query, single table, so it is better that you will initially create the all years data into a single file, right? But what if the data in a single file is also very of huge size, right? So there is one option, right? Power BI is very smart. It has almost all options to get data from, right? You can always keep it into a database, right? You can get the sales data from the database, right? But what if you are not connected to a database, or you are not working on a database, and you don't have access to database, or your organization is not working on a database, it's a startup and everything is saved in a sales file, excel files, right? So what to do? Then we can do, right, we can let's keep these queries as it is as of now, but just go and explore some options from the Power Query. Okay. For before that, I can tell you that you can have that three different tables, right? Three different tables in a folder, and you can get that folder, so it will be easier for Power BI to understand what's happening. Okay. So we have, in get data option we have folder option. What it says, import metadata and links about file in a folder, right? We have selected the folder. It will just ask to navigate the folder, in which folder you have store your data, right? In my case, excuse me, I just forgot where was the what was the path for that, right? I just go and check. Okay, I just copied this path. I just imported the, go to more, new more source, go to get data, go to folder, connect, and I'll just try to, right? Okay, here it was like sales data, IT courses, files, adventure works. Let me get it from here. D folder, IT courses, okay, files, adventure works raw data, and here we have the sales data folder. I have already kept this that three copy of these files into this folder, right? So I'll just import it. You'll find something. Okay. Sorry, I just have to click here to the last step. Again, I'm going to move get new sources. Going to new source, more, get data, folder, right? Into that folder I will just navigate my folder path. It is inside D IT courses, sorry, yes. Again I have in files, right? In adventure works raw data, in sales data I have that files. I'll just import it, and you can see that you'll find some interface where it will show three files. So what is it? Initially we were seeing like there were columns data inside it, and the data according to the data types is given, delimiter is identified. But what is this, right? So this is a folder, it is not file, this is a folder, and it says that there are three files inside this folder, all of binary content, having binary content, binary data type, identifying it as a binary because it will be explored, right? Explore, we gonna explore these binary options, right? So rest information is given about the file, its location, when it is created, right? The extra data about metadata about the folder, right? We'll just combine and transform, or you want to transform it, you can transform it, but I want to combine first, then I want to transform. So I will combine it. Okay, it is connecting to it is connecting to that files, right? So it has been connected, and the again same process. Now these three files has been appended together, and based on that the Power BI has identified data types, delimiter, blah blah things, right? Now you know, we just import that data. So evaluating, it is evaluating the queries. Now you, here we go, we have the sales data. Okay, it is renamed as true, but this is what we have imported. Okay, I just rename this one, the first one I'll rename this, and it is files. Okay, these are the files, but this is from the folder. We keep it as a sales data. The first column shows that this record is came from the 2020, right? When you go here and load more, when you uncheck this one, this time is gonna check 2021. So for this data you will see the right hand side records records are coming from this file, right? So I think that this is done for this lecture, and we'll see next part in the next lecture, obviously, right? If you're liking this video, liking the content, please do subscribe, and please let me know if you are not understanding anything by commenting down, right? So make sure you are commenting down your doubts, right? Thank you. See you in next video.